see what we're up against today. It's running. So the water's not dripping and running on me as it melts. I think this unit has a major problem. I probably should hop off the roof, go get my drill, but especially because somebody impacted them in. I can feel how tight they are. Yep, definitely was used with an impact. Probably me. Probably the asshole that did it. Yeah, somebody here is afraid that it's leaking water. I think it's the top of the unit though, not here. Love it. They want to keep the technician out of the friggin' unit. Doesn't need service. Just seal the whole firebox up. Then when we have no heat, nobody can ever get into it. What do I have, a screw I'm missing? Not that I see. And I know that's not tucked behind that, so that should just come out. All right, so what do we have here? We got an ignition module, insulation hanging and dangling. Aha, it's my favorite kind of York setup. You also get spider webs sometimes in this pilot tubing. I'm not sure if it's this model, but it goes across the front and it's perforated. So when your igniter lights, it lights it and it goes across. Looks like we've had igniter issues in the past here. Evidence of previous experiments. Okay, so I really wish I brought my drill up, but let's just at least the control box isn't sealed. But the water getting inside, I'm having a feeling is the separation by the condenser and where the main compartment by the heat exchanger is. I wonder if somebody toasted this unit. Best way to keep your hands warm, put on gloves and then put other gloves on top. This is almost like a wetsuit when scuba divers go underwater. So what this is going to do is it makes like a vapor barrier to keep you warm, and then this keeps the cold away from that. I don't even really need it because my hands aren't even getting that cold. I mean, if this guy's got a water leak, there's your line set. There's a separation in the whole frigging unit. Because one of the calls I'm here for is a water leak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up by the heat exchanger. About him? No. Okay, I gotta check that spot. Gotta check over here. Oh, I think I just found the hole. Is it? No. I'm almost certain it's gonna go through, but no. I was wrong. That's not compromised. At least not there. This one, no, because that... Nope. Good. This side. This is intermittent. I could have an intermittent flame roll out. The guy resets his breaker and it works for a little while. I hope. I don't know how I'm going to show you guys if I do find, but no. Close to Swiss cheese, but it's not there yet. This may not be the droid I am looking for. So let's not waste time on that. Let's actually turn it on. Maybe it's just a dirty flame sensor. For a machine of this age, figured mine as well. Check that out. Let's see what happens when I turn it on. If it wants to run or... W and R. I got B. B. I gotta look. It's not a heat pump. I want to get the neck size up of this thing. Just want to see what it looks like when it fires before I check anything. Sparking. Still sparking. I don't have a flame. I got a little bit of a flame across. Not enough to sense. There we go. Okay. So it really wasn't strong enough to sense flame. So we will check here. And let's clip this on. See what kind of flame signal we're gonna get. Doesn't look pretty rusty where it attaches, but that's something you gotta watch for. And what sucks on these old Yorks is those little Phillips screws strip out all the time. So just be careful. I mean, the first time it was sparking. There's the spark. We're starting to get a little... Not enough. Oh, we got it. Let's let everything stop. We'll try one more time. Let's also get an amp draw on this motor. A couple meters when you're troubleshooting an intermittent issue, because you could be here for a while. I should actually be checking gas pressure. .5. That flame sense isn't. Did I fall off? How is it? That is where I check my MA. I'm not getting anything. Probably have a dirty flame sensor. I'm gonna lose my flame here. I have a connection. Let's get rid of this fuel piece and put a real meter on. That doesn't make sense. Unless the test leads are not good, but I mean, I was still making the connection and completing the circuit. Let's see what happens. Not a big fan of field piece, what could I say? I've been through many of their meters before I switched to fluke. I know a lot of guys like it, I'm not knocking them, I just didn't have any luck with it. Flame drop. There we go. We got flame. It's like all over the place. Yeah, that flame current is all over the place. Yeah, let's clean that flame sensor and see what happens. Dropped out, so let's give it a second to cool off. Disconnect. Okay, here we go. Spray that. I'll clean that up when I get it out. So It's on the thread, it's all around. Checking this stuff out. I have no idea how it's going to be. It's no drip, no waste, rust busting, penetration protection, proudly made in the USA, odorless, biodegradable, non-toxic. So we'll see. Industrial strength, perfect for home projects, powerful penetrant, bonds the surface, lasting protection, fast acting foam, complete coverage. It looks like it foams all over it. Sure shot accuracy. I mean, I could use the hose. I made in the USA. We'll see. I have no idea if the stuff's going to be any good or not. Brand new bit. Don't want to chance stripping. This antique screw over here. Ah, good, it turned. You know how many times it just doesn't turn and it's just a rounded out piece of garbage. Then you got to pull the whole gas train out. Doesn't really look that bad. We got, I wonder if it's bleeding through the porcelain there in the ground. But it has almost no flame sense. And the surface it mates with doesn't look like it would be all rusted, because you also have to make sure you clean. Is that a crack? It's not for the flame sense, that's for the porcelain I'm trying to rub. I want to see the condition of it. Because if that porcelain's compromised, it's going to bleed my flame sense into the ground there instead of through the porcelain. And wow, look at that. I gotta clean that up right there. It almost looks like it could be compromised. It's hard to tell once I got it all off. Is that a little friggin' hole right there? Is it not? Is the flame sense starting to wear out? Try to have a good connection here, because if not, it doesn't matter. Let's see what the stuff spray looks like when we're out in the open with it. If it's rust busting, it should help break down the rust. It's like a weird foam. Just clean it up with that. That should soak in there, on there for a little bit. This is just a science experiment at this point. I'll find out. Feels like it could be a chip in the porcelain right there. Because my flame sense is real low, and this did not look dirty. Even here could be causing a problem. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't feel all dirty in there. Oh, this is out. Make it easy for the next guy. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. So some kind of bubbling action that you got going on here. I'm really not sure what it's doing in here. If this is like some kind of freeze or what, that's, I don't know. Don't know that much about chemistry to understand what's going on in here, what kind of reaction is taking place. But as I move my screw around, you can see the rust completely being left behind in the oils, whatever kind of oil that is. So you can see it does have some kind of reaction with the rust. It's pretty cool. But yeah, no, that's definitely got a reaction with the rust. Let's put this in the fresh oil and you'll see. Not a lot, but you're getting a reaction there, so that's interesting. Let's just put it back in. Let's see if I can move on to something else. Something with this. What it could be. Hopefully I just made it easy for the next guy that has to remove this. Longer, easier to get in there. Any wheels that are there will burn right off anyway. It's a double sense, kind of, even though it's making the spark. Oop, oop, oop. Any oil there should smoke right off. This unit should be replaced probably. But first, see what I can do for today. Not for the future. I'm not here for when they replace it. I'm here so they have heat today. And that's what most people have to realize. If they're going to replace it, they're going to replace it. But they still need it fixed today. Because they need the heat today, or they're not going to be able to work. So oh, you're doing an injustice. You should never fix anything. You should replace everything. No, not happening. They're just jets, so if they're sideways, they shouldn't really matter too much. Let's quickly turn it on. See if we get a flare up. Close to the disconnect, just in case it's a little more nuclear than I was expecting. I doubt it will be good. So we're sparking, but we're not sensing. If we were sensing, right now we're just sparking. I wonder if the oil stopping my spark, igniting the gas.
bottom of this wrench. I bought it, I hated it the whole time I had it. Not sure why I grabbed, there we go. Slipped the first 2 times I tried. This is grounded good. Make sure my ground is good also. So if you don't have a good ground, you're gonna have problems. Just look at my main Beto bag because it probably has the wrench I'm looking for. I really gotta do this the whole time. Doesn't want to just go by hand.
Uh-oh, these threads are scary looking. These threads are getting scary looking. Somebody forced them in, I think. Yeah. Once upon a time, somebody forced them in. So it doesn't have the back ratcheting feature that it's supposed to. So I was trying to make it go in the other direction and see if it would just ratchet, but it doesn't want to ratchet. Okay. I can't see where the spark is. I can't see anything in there. I love York. Pilot's lit. Burn for a few seconds. Any oil that was there should cook right off. Let's see what happens when the blower starts. Because as of now, we got good flame. Rollout is resettable with power. Out. Okay. To me, that's like a flame failure right there. Sounds like the blower is going. So we just cycled and went out. Now we're firing and we're gonna go back out again. Let's just see what's happening inside this thing. And look, I even got the fault alarms if I need it. Okay. That's quite interesting. Let's see what my filters look like. I should have started there, but I'll also see what kind of air movement I have here. The fan feels like it's pulling good. I don't think it's an air issue. Hopefully not. I think it's just a fire issue. I think I'm just gonna have to pull that friggin' pilot tubing out. Might just be weak. I want to know what my flame sense is now that I cleaned it. This way. Test two things at once. I'll watch for my limit to open, and I'm gonna watch gas back on. Flame sense and limit. Let's see what happens. Let's monitor them both. Almost like we're bleeding at the ground. I don't have a strong enough flame sense. That's kind of what it looks like here. I'm not worried about the high limit. So let's pull that out. Not worried about that high limit at all here. Now it's more the flame sense is my issue. Okay, this connection's good. We'll check the wire. Look. Meter on meter. We're gonna check this wire to make sure we have good continuity through the wire. We're going to eliminate that. Yeah, I'm in the wrong spot. Dumbass. Okay. I should have continuity. Yeah, I have continuity everywhere. So the wire, if I'm moving around, isn't the problem. Eliminate the wire. Whew. I'm not getting a good flame sense. Let me pull it back out. I'm hoping that what I sprayed on there isn't screwing it up, but it didn't change my results at all. I have the same results now as I had before I started, so. What do I have here? I have another igniter. The same kind of crud on it, right here. But that's kind of where I'm leaning at right now. Is my igniter, because it keeps going off. My flame sense is like non-existent. I should actually let it go, see what fault pops up. What I'm gonna try to do is put a little PVC glue over this spot and see what happens. I'm curious if that's gonna change any of my results. I'll be back. All right, so it kind of worked when I put the PVC glue on it, but I'm still going back to change it. I have to order it, so till next time.